Alright, let's try this again. My initial reaction was like, what are you doing? Chevy, why? I love you. Why are you treating me like this? Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Thomas. Friends call me T. You can call me Night Train. Just wanted to touch base with you guys. I know we had a big announcement a couple of days ago about the Z06 pricing, and I want to let you guys know what my initial reaction was, how I feel about the pricing, and how you should feel about the pricing. I know you don't want anybody to tell you how you should feel, but based on 5 different categories of people, I'm gonna try to, I guess, convince you that maybe it's a good thing, maybe not. First of all, my initial reaction was like, what are you doing? Chevy, why? I love you. Why are you treating me like this? You know what I mean? But, once I calmed down and actually thought about the pricing, I kind of came to the conclusion that, maybe this is a good thing. Maybe it's maybe not for, certain people, but for the majority of enthusiasts and Corvette owners, previous owners, future owners, maybe it's going to turn out to be a good thing. The reason why I say that is because, let me back up. The price that I was hoping for was what a lot of people thought it was going to be, which was $89,995. I actually thought that, and I'm gonna tell you why. A lot of people say that was a made-up number, and it was BS or whatever. But Tej himself said that the pricing structure for the Z06, and I'm not quoting, but kind of paraphrasing what he said. But he said the pricing structure for the Z06, the CA06, was going to be similar to the pricing structure for previous Z06s. Which means that's why a lot of people were saying, $89,995, because that's about $25,000 more than the base price of the C8 at the time when they announced it. I actually thought it was going to be more, not as much as it was, but I was hoping for $89,995. I was hoping that they were going to, try to one up themselves, so to speak, because they initially announced the C8 at $59,995 to say that we built this amazing car for under $60,000. So I'm thinking, following that logic, and pairing it up with Ted said that they were going to do the same thing with the Z06. So we built this amazing car at $89,995, and the freaking options were going to be astronomical, to bring the price up. That's why I told my wife that, once we optioned it out how we wanted it, since, we talked about getting the convertible and the 3LT, I was like, just those 2 things alone, I think is going to bring it up, close to 100 grand, maybe slightly over, depending on what those options are going to cost. So I'm thinking like 130, 140 was a safe number to kind of, put to the side or whatever. Boy, was I wrong. I think a lot of us were wrong. And given the state of the economy right now, and inflation, and supply, and labor shortages, I understand. You know what I mean? So I try to look at things from the positive side, And you know, for the past couple of days, you know, I've been, you know, reading different blog posts and different, you know, Facebook groups, and you know how, you know, people are reacting to the pricing or whatever. And like I said, I came up with, you know, 5 different, you know, types of people, and you know how they should feel about, you know, pricing. Not saying that you have to, hey, do what you want to do, but you know, from my perspective, the first person, for current CA owners, I think you guys should be very, very happy, because in my opinion, I think the value of your cars not necessarily went up, but the value was starting to soften. But I think that's going to slow down a little bit, because you got to look at the fact that people that were going to sell their C8s, their Stingrays, to get the Z06 are kind of rethinking that now. So you're going to have some people backing out of the Z06 purchase and keeping their Stingrays, which means there'll be less Stingrays on the out in the marketplace for sale, which keeps the value up, supply and demand. You're also going to have people who were thinking about buying the Z06 instead of the Stingray, and now they're going to be looking for Stingrays because the Z06 is priced out of their reach. So you guys should be, you know, happy, because like I said, I think that the value of cars is going to either increase, or it's going to, I believe it's going to stay steady. I don't think it's going to decrease at the rate that it currently is. I think yeah, but anyway, the second category of person is the potential CA owners, which is, like I said, people who were either waiting on allocations, people who are like I said, were in the market for a Z06, but you know, currently going to back out because, you know, they feel like the price is too high, or it's more than what, you know, they were willing to spend, or you know, for whatever reason. Um, uh, you guys, I don't think, should be as happy as the current CA owners, unless you're already on a list waiting for a car, because with the introduction of the Z06, one, the wait is already going to get longer, because historically 20 to 30% of Corvette production has been allocated to Z06s. So there's already going to be a shortage, well, not necessarily a shortage. There's already there was already going to be a drop in the amount of C8s that are Stingrays that are going to be produced in a year. And then on top of that, now you got more people, you know, more demand. So, yeah, like I said, your wait's probably going to be longer depending on where you are on the list. And if you don't want to wait, the price just went up over what I think it would have been by the time you got around to saying, hey, you know what, I'm just going to pay, you know, the ADM dealer markup or whatever, or, you know, I'm just going to buy it, you know, from another party, and just, you know, hey, just go ahead and enjoy the car now. So, but on the flip side, like I said, the value's up. So, you know what I mean? It's a double-edged sword. The fourth person that I want to talk to is someone who is on a list for a CA06, but you're anticipating paying dealer markup, which is ADM. You guys, I really, you're probably taking the biggest hit, because the overall cost of the car is going to be more. You know what I mean? So, which means that either you're being priced out, or you're not going to get, you know, the stuff that you wanted, the options, accessories, or whatever that you wanted for the car. And it sucks. You know what I mean? It really does. You know what I mean? I feel for you guys. You know, but like I said, you know, the good news is that overall, I think the value for the car is going to be better in the long run. So I don't think it's as bad as it first seems on the surface. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean. Instead of getting a 3LT, you might have to get a 2LT, which the difference in price isn't that big, but you know what I mean. So some people may have to go down from a 3LT to a 1LT. You may not be able to get the ground effects or um, the, the arrow or whatever, so to speak. You may have wanted the Z07 package. You may not be able to get that, you know what I mean? But you're still, even a 1LZ coupe with a few options is still a heck of a car, you know what I mean? Especially for the money. The next person on the list is someone like myself that's on a list for MSRP. I think these people are in, well, second to the current C8 owners, current Stingray owners now are in the second best position out of everybody on the group, because just like the people who are on the list for ADM, yeah, it sucks because, like I said, my budget was somewhere between 130 to 140, and I was hoping to kind of out the door at that price, for a lot of the options that I wanted. I knew I probably wasn't gonna be able to get everything, but yeah, with another 15 grand tacked on top of what we're already have to pay, I'm gonna have to rethink my options list. My budget is like 140, but when I added up everything I wanted, I was at like 166. So all right, so something's got to give. You know what I mean? Something's got to give. Either I'm gonna have to make a crap ton of money in the next year, or I'm gonna have to sell some stuff, which I'm definitely not selling my motorcycle. You know what I mean? I'd have to not get the Z07 or not get, we're definitely doing, well, I won't say definitely. Well, we're definitely doing convertible. That hardtop convertible is in. You know what I mean? Now the at least 2LT. I definitely want to go 3LT, but a lot of other things, they're way up in the air. So we'll see. You know what I mean? Anything can happen between now and then. So we were already planning on selling my wife's Tahoe to make way. Which, I mean, she never drives it anyway, so we were already looking at selling it, getting rid of it. So you know what I'm saying. But I mean that's still not going to give us $26,000 in equity or whatever to to put towards a car. But like I said, you never know what's going to happen between now and then. So like I said, the people on the list for MSRP are in a great position, because you'll be able to get it without the dealer markup. But just like the people that are with the dealer markup, you still got to pay more for the car. But I think that the overall, like I said, just speaking positively, overall the values increase. The exclusivity is probably going to be increased, because yeah, they're going to make as many as they can make, but just like I said previously, I don't think they're going to be able to make as many as they want to, because they hadn't been able to ramp up just regular C8 production with all the freaking the labor disagreements and stuff like that or whatever, and the shutdowns and the tornado, just everything that's been happening. I think especially the first year, which sucks for me and people that are right around where I'm at, where I'm kind of right where the cutoff is for a first and second year car. So I'm gonna probably, well, I'm not gonna say that. I may, I wanted a first year car, but I may have to settle for a second year car. Well, I say settle, so I'm retarded. But I may not get the first year car. I may end up with a second year car. And I mean, it is what it is. I'm fine with that. If if I have to, it is what it is. And the last person on my list is actually about three different people all lumped in together. It's just enthusiasts that are excited about the new Z06, Corvette lovers. future CA owners and previous generation Corvette owners. You guys should be excited because, like I said, as far as the brand is concerned, I think I'm not sure if I would consider the Z06 a halo car because they're supposed to be a tier, above the Z06. But halo cars bring the entire brand up. You know what I mean? Because it increases uh, the perception of the brand increases, with the Halo car. That's why, even though they probably don't sell a bunch of them, you got ZL1 Camaros and GT500s and, I know it's a bad example because they don't make it anymore, but the Viper ACR, you know what I mean? It just, those cars just elevate every car under it, you know what I mean? So people say, well, I may not be able to afford the GT500, but I'm gonna go get this, V6 300 whatever horse, Echo Boost, Mustang because of the the Halo car. You know what I'm saying? And it's bragging rights. So I think overall I was shocked, but I wasn't surprised. When the pricing came out, I actually saw the pricing on YouTuber Horsepower Obsessed, and some of these YouTubers tend to clickbait sometimes. I don't know, clicky baity type titles. You know what I mean? So when I saw C8, Z06 Pricing, Unleashed by GM or whatever the title was, in this video, the first thing I did before I even watched the video was like, let me go to GM's website and see if they actually released it or, do a Google search or whatever. And lo and behold, the price was on there. And I'm not lying, I was taken aback. I was like, why? I've been good. Why are you treating me like this? I bought 2 of your products in the last 6 years. Why are you doing me like this? But anyway, it was just, like I said, initially it was kind of disheartening because I knew when I saw that price that even though some of the options were a little cheaper than what I thought they were going to be, like I said, it was still out of my budget, you know what I mean? So unless something changes, I'm going to have to shave some stuff, off of my list or whatever. And, it is what it is. I'd rather, like I said before, I'd rather have the car and 1 LZ, 2 LZ than to not get the car at all, you know what I mean? Or, add aero later or... Sorry about that, guys. I'm not sure what happened to the video, but apparently the camera didn't finish recording while I was rambling on a bit. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Let me know how you feel about it. Whether you agree with me or whether you think I'm full of crap. Whatever the case may be. But we'll see you out there in these streets. Y'all have a blessed day. Peace out.